This is Diana, and I'm Ana Rosa. And this is Mija, Let Me Tell You, a space for growing, healing, and figuring life out as first generation Mexican immigrants. So, welcome to our podcast. Again, my name's Ana Rosa, and this is my sister Diana. And this is our podcast, Mija, Let Me Tell You. And I think this episode will be more of a kind of like an introduction episode, just to kind of let everyone know kind of where the idea came from and to talk to you guys a little bit about ourselves. I guess I can go first. My name is Ana Rosa, and I am 31, going to be 32. I'm a first generation Mexican immigrant. I was born in Mexico. I was born in Cocula, Mexico, but my family moved here when I was 3 years old. So I have a little bit of memory of living in Mexico. I think just I wanted to share my experiences as a first generation Mexican living here in the US and kind of provide a space for everyone to share kind of their experiences. I feel like we all kind of have some shared experiences. They're obviously not going to be the same, but I also wanted to kind of give up space for my sister and I to just platicar, share our experiences of, what it was and what it has been living as a first generation Mexicana here in the U.S. You want to go?
Yeah. So, hello everyone. My name is Diana Cepeda. I am a first generation Mexican American. I was born in the small town of Los Guerreros, Jalisco, Mexico. Actually, my mom gave birth with a midwife there. The practice was that people would go to the hospital, but my mom wanted to know what it was about to give birth in the way that her mother and grandmother had. My family moved to the United States when I was 8 years old, so I had opportunity to be able to witness 8 years of my life living in Mexico before transitioning to living to the United States, which was definitely a life-changing experience. We had ups and downs. I am 37 years old. I am married and have two wonderful children and a beautiful dog named Chevy. Stories to be told about Chevy and his journey with us. I too, when my sister shared the idea of a podcast, I was so excited. First for her, and I wanted to be part of it as she invited me to join in. It's a wonderful space, especially now, to be able to share lived experiences and to share that just because we share a family doesn't mean we had the same life experiences. As she was younger when she came into the United States. I was older, so we all had like different perspectives, and that's the beauty of it. Analyzing the different perspectives, being able to hear the different perspectives, and create a space for understanding with some commonality. And I am excited to share with all of you these pláticas because I feel that there are topics that in our culture we don't often talk openly about that are very necessary for our mental health, for relationship building, for our future, for creating community. And I appreciate the opportunity to be able to reach you in that way and to be able to interact with our audience. And we're excited.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I guess I realized I forgot to mention that I am also married and I don't have kids yet, but I have a wonderful little doggy named Benito. He's a senior dog, so we think he might be around like 12 or 13 years old. And I guess also just to give you a background of like a quick background of our education and like what we do for work too, I guess. And we'll talk about more of these topics in depth as the episodes come out. But for me, we grew up in the San Ynez Valley, went to high school there. I graduated. I went to UCLA and studied psychology. for 4 years and then took a gap year. And then I went to San Jose State to get my doctorate. Wait, not yet. I don't think so. Student loans are intense. My master's in occupational therapy, and right now I'm OT, and I help support students anywhere from TK to high school or post high school, be able to access their education. That's a little bit of my educational background, Goma.
Yes, well, as being the oldest in the family, I'm the first person in my family or immediate family to graduate from high school. My parents just received a sixth grade education, and I know that we're going to have conversations of all that, which is their background. So I was able to graduate high school at San Ynez Valley Union High School in the San Ynez Valley. I received the Gates Millennium Scholarship and was able to attend UCSB. And that was an experience. Leaving home for the first time was definitely life-changing. It really got me out of my comfort zone, which I really do appreciate, but it had its challenges, as for many of you who are hearing us about the first generation college experience. My bachelor's was in Spanish and anthropology. I love learning about cultures. I love learning about my own language. And so after that, after graduating, I got married with my high school sweetheart, and took not one gap year, but 2 years of break from school. And then I did some exploration during that time to see what my next steps would be, and decided to enroll in a master's degree program in educational counseling, where now, as part of my career, and it's a live mission to help those that are in the same pathway that we were once in, wanting to continue our education, wanting to better ourselves, but not knowing where to even start. And so for me, that's my mission in life, to support my community and in providing a bridge or a connection or whatever that might be for them to be able to succeed in what their goal is. So I'm excited to share more about that.
Yeah, no, and I think this podcast, I hope, is kind of like that platform too, to kind of create kind of a space and a community of people who can maybe relate in one way or another to our lived experience, for it to be also like a community where we can like share resources, kind of going off of kind of that like mission statement that you said, where we're all in the same team here, and we're all we can do is like help each other out, especially in the current climate of our country. I think it's important to support each other more than ever. It's kind of a door opened for me, but I'm going to leave it open or hold it open for someone else, so that, we're all supporting each other in kind of that sense, for sure. And I don't know if you have something else to add about that, Goma.
It's wonderful. I am looking forward to hearing those stories of others, because each pathway has been different. But I do value that opportunity to be able to network, and bring that forward to future generations that are to come. And not only to bring future generations, but within our generation to keep supporting ourselves in furthering our career or life goals, because knowledge is power. And we're not experts on everything, but if someone out there can be that helping hand, it can make it easier for those to come.
Definitely. And I think kind of the space of kind of sharing our voice and also hoping to inspire others to echarle ganas and continue with their journey, and also kind of grow and heal with us as we kind of share our experiences. And Diana and I have kind of come up with an array of topics that we think we would love to talk about. But if you want to share any topics that are important to the conversation, feel free to drop those in the comments. We can touch upon them as we go. But yeah, and I think like you said, knowledge is power, and using your voice for good. And I hope that through this space we can inspire and motivate people to share their experiences, Because as much as we would love for this podcast to be a space also for people to share and feel empowered and share their experiences, I hope that it can also be a podcast for people outside of our culture to look in and kind of learn about our experiences as first generation immigrants and kind of how it might be similar to theirs or different from theirs, and kind of create that knowledge and understanding for all walks of life, in essence, you know?
We are sharing one earth, and it's like a permanent home for everyone. And you might find out that we're more similar than different.
I agree. Yeah, and I think this episode is just a quick introduction for us to introduce ourselves and for you to get to know us a little bit and kind of what the purpose of our podcast is. We had a mission statement that we wanted to share with everyone to just, I guess, put it into words, kind of what our goal is. It says, Mija, Let Me Tell You is a space created by two sisters sharing their journey of growing, healing, and navigating life as first-generation Mexican immigrants. Through personal stories and honest conversations, we explore themes of identity, growth, and the richness of cultural storytelling. Our hope is to build a community where others can connect, reflect, and share their own experiences of growing up and living as first-generation immigrants in the U.S. And I think that's kind of what our goal is, put it beautifully into words. And I think we've kind of touched upon it today. But we are hoping to have weekly episodes be released, and keep an eye out for our redes sociales, or like
social media.
There you go. Yeah. That's the other thing. You will hear a lot of Spanglish here, one way or the other. If you want to talk about the Facebook, Coma.
Yeah, so you can find us on popular Facebook, como Mija, Let Me Tell You. Okay. And Facebook's very popular. You can also contact us that way. Like my sister Coma mentioned, we are open to hearing from you, hearing your comments. Tag us with friends, invite friends to join our page, join yourself. Because as we said, we want it to be a community. And the community doesn't happen with two sisters. It happens with everyone sharing with others what they know, and others sharing with us what they know, right? Because we don't know it, we don't know it at all, and just the richness of the community. So yeah, find us on Facebook, however you want to say it. Bienvenidos a la comunidad de Facebook.
Yeah, and you can also find us on Instagram as well as Mija _ tell _ because that's the only way Instagram will let me put it on there for some reason. There'll be updates for when episodes are released. And also we just ask for grace. We are learning. This is a new format for us, and it's a lesson for all of us. We have to give each other grace. We are all living for the first time and living through life for the first time. So we appreciate your patience and any feedback as well. But yeah, thank you so much. And anything else you want to add, Coma?
We are looking forward to this journey together, and ánimo, si se puede. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present. And thank you for being you.
Yes, con gratitud. This is Mija, Let Me Tell You.